violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, cyberspace? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
It's so much hurt going on. I'm hurting so bad for the loss of my brother.
I just look at it as God just put him on loan to me for 28 years.
How hard is that to accept?
So another story of what appears to be a trap rapper, drill rapper, getting murdered in the streets of Detroit. Obviously, this is his father. I'm not going to lie. By looking at his dental hygiene, it looks like he might be, possibly a junkie. But that doesn't mean that his son necessarily deserved what happened. But my point is, there's a lot of beef in the streets. We live in op culture, and these things are bound to happen. Obviously, there are certain individuals who are highlighting these things, but not enough light is being shed on these very sad and difficult topics in the community.
It's a day at a time.
So without him being here, it's a lot to go through every day knowing.
So this symbol right here, I don't know what it means. Most likely a gang sign showing obvious affiliations. He has red on, dare I say. He's with the Bloods. I don't know. But my thing is, it's not necessarily a good look, and it doesn't help the cause. And I think that ultimately we have to figure out what the young people are involved in and how we can get them out of this particular lifestyle.
What happened and knowing that somebody knows something and not speaking about it.
And that's another thing. Somebody knows something, not speaking about it. The street code is in full effect. This is, play by play what we do in the community.
What do you want people to know about Kevin?
He was a loving father, son, grandson, loving brother. My one daughter just...
So now he's leaving a woman to take care of his children by her damn self. Tragic situation. The cycle continues.
Won't let his death go, and I understand.
I want to have answers to questions that I've had in my heart and in my mind.
Woo!
Why somebody
Hey, this beat go hard.
could do something so horrible to another person and not feel nothing behind it.
You heard what she said. They do horrible things to another person and not feel anything. I told you, these super gremlins do not care. They have no sense of morality or regret. These super gremlins are on demon time.
In due time. God got the last say, baby.
We miss him. We need him.
Keep watching over us. We got this. I love you.
The family of 19-year-old Natasha Bulwer says that they will not stop fighting to find out what happened to their beloved daughter, granddaughter, and cousin.
Anybody can get it. Women, children. I mean, they're not being protected.
He says Natasha was helping a friend back in September when a car pulled up next to their car and shot Natasha 7 times, killing her. Today, the person who pulled that trigger still unknown.
Of course.
7 Action News reporter Sarah Grimmer joins us from where the murder and today's march took place.
It's in this area where Natasha Bulwer was murdered, so it makes sense that it was here where loved ones gathered for a 3rd time to call for justice. It's been over a month since Natasha's murder, but the details surrounding who did it and why are still a mystery.
Natasha was a beautiful young lady. I'm not saying it because she's my granddaughter.
When asked what kind of a person her granddaughter was, Natasha Bulwer's grandma chose.
And, you know, grandma's right. It's a cute little girl. I mean, geez. 7 times? You telling me this young lady right here deserves 7 shots? These super gremlins are on demon time.
A story over an adjective. She remembers a particular car ride when her granddaughter Natasha was young.
And she saw a man getting food out of the garbage. She said, "Grandma, pull over." She gave the man her food. That's the type of person she was. If she could help you, she would, you know, and she was helping a friend when this happened.
Natasha was 7 then. She would be 19 now. But family says on September 20th, Natasha was on Detroit's east side near Lodwick Street and East Warren Avenue. She was helping a friend in a vehicle when...
Well, at least they're protesting. At least they're protesting. I can respect this. I can respect that. You don't see Black Lives Matter. You don't see... you don't see NAACP, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Ben Crump. You don't see any of those guys. What's the other guy? My son, Tamika Mallory. The light-skinned dude, is it Sean something? Anyways, you don't see any of these so-called black activists out here working and trying to prevent these deaths from happening. So shout out to them for getting in the streets and protesting. You know, I can respect that. I respect that over the balloon releases and the memorials for sure.
19 now, but family says on September 20th, Natasha was on Detroit's east side near Lodwick Street and East Warren Avenue. She was helping a friend in a vehicle when another car, a Chrysler 300, pulled up next to them. Someone in the Chrysler opened fire on the vehicle, shooting Natasha 7 times and killing her. Who? That's still unknown.
Speak out. Say something. Somebody saw something. Somebody heard something. Somebody knows what happened to Natasha.
We just want answers. We want the person that did it. That's it.
The city of Detroit has launched this beta crime viewer where residents can see where certain crimes occurred and what time frames in the city. This dot signifies Natasha's murder, and all of these dots signify the homicides that have taken place on Detroit's east side just this year.
We should not have to live in fear. She was just sitting in her car. She was sitting on her car in this very street.
Family is offering a cash reward.
Was she in the car or on the car?
For anyone who has information about Natasha's murder. If you'd like to help, the cash reward is funded by this GoFundMe. Natasha's mother said her daughter planned to pursue nursing to use her life helping others. She hopes someone comes forward now to help them.
I asked God to forgive the person that did this, and I asked God to bring...
Lord have mercy. Forgiving them. You don't even know who did it. You don't know if he's remorseful, but you're already forgiving. Guys, we got to do better. This is why there is no accountability, because y'all are so quick to forgive. Sisters, just take a moment. You know, I get it. Forgiveness is for yourself and all this good stuff. But damn, wait till the body get cold at least.
Justice as well.
Reporting in Detroit, Sarah Gummer, 7 Action News.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
All right, we are following some breaking news just in near the Wayne-Washtenaw County border where a 15-year-old boy has been shot.
This is happening in Sumter Township, which is just off Rawsonville Road. Tim Pamplin there with the night cam. Tim.
The gunfire erupting here in the Rawsonville Woods Mobile Home Park. That's about 5 miles due south of Willow Run Airport. As I zoom in here, several vehicles here, including this white one. You see a bullet hole in the roof there. I'm being told 3 vehicles struck, 2 homes hit. One 15-year-old has been shot. We're awaiting on a condition on that 15-year-old. Again, it's several men walked up.
15-year-old shot. This is what we doing, community. Nobody speaking out, just like the last story, just like the last two stories I showed you. And we're claiming that we can police our own. Stop the cap.
Guns drawn, started opening fire. They then ran northbound out of here. Wayne County Sheriff's K-9 units are here on the scene. This is Sumter Township, again, about 5 miles south of Willow Run Airport. One 15-year-old struck, I'm being told, as gunmen opened fire in this neighborhood. That is the scene right now in Sumter Township. With the night cam, Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
Yeah, Roop, this is 72-year-old Michael Thomas we're talking about. His family says he's of good health mentally and physically, but he's right now the subject of a state police investigation after he was struck multiple times on a freeway in Detroit.
We just want answers. We want to understand what happened to my dad.
The daughter and granddaughter of Michael Thomas are understandably frustrated.
I want to know if anybody's seen anything leading up to him laying on that freeway.
The body of Thomas discovered in the right center lane of East I-96 in Livernois in Detroit.
He deserves better than to be discarded as trash in the street.
And that's what the super gremlins are doing nowadays. They, shoot first, ask questions last, leave your body where you at. In this case, it looks like maybe he was struck by a vehicle. And there is no remorse. There is no type of, oh, dang, I made a mistake. Let me stay with this individual. It's just, oops, keep it moving.
Tragic discovery made in the early morning hours of Sunday, October 30th. Prior to that, the family had no idea anything had happened to Thomas.
At 8:30, he was going to bed. That's what he told his girlfriend. He was going to bed, and next thing you know, I'm seeing posts on Instagram about someone being hit multiple times on the freeway, and Sunday I found out that it's my grandfather.
The victim lives in a condo complex in Royal Oak. His body was found on the freeway roughly 30 minutes from his house, leaving his...
Damn, so, he told his girl he was going to bed, but he was 30 minutes from the crib. I'm not saying that he was capping or anything, but does leave some interesting questions.
His granddaughter and the rest of his family with a lot of questions. What happened between 8:30 that night and 2:30 the next morning?
How he got out the house, why he even left the house, how he ended up on a freeway. We don't have no answers to nothing.
And now this family is feeling helpless as days pass by, but still fighting for the truth, knowing that's what he would have done for anyone else.
Quite loving, comical, very people person, concerned about others, and just a loving, all-around, sweet, kind guy.
Now, because all of this took place on an interstate, state police is handling the investigation. So far, we haven't had any word of any arrests in this case, which is why they are asking for the public's help to come forward. Just call the state police if you have any information about what took place on I-96 that night. Reporting live, Dave Spencer, Fox 2 News.
Let's certainly hope someone comes forward. Dave, in the meantime, did police ever locate the victim's car?
Yeah, that's another big mystery in all this. I talked to the family about that very same thing. They say he doesn't have a car, which means somebody had to go to his house, pick him up, drive him that half hour away, and then...
Wow, yeah, that is... He's doing a lot. 78 years old or 72, something like that. Doing a lot for a 70-year-old man now.
Whatever happened on the freeway happened. Another reason people need to come forward with information here.
We hope they do that soon. Dave Spencer for us live. Thank you.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.